welcome to Chandra's DOTA, the show where I describe video game characters and Chan draws them. This episode is Brewmaster. I shortened the intro a lot. Brewmaster is a jolly drunk bearman brawler. He's a stocky brown bearman with a fat staff in his right hand and a keg under his left. And by bearman I mean animal-human hybrid and not the lumberjack kind. He's stocky slash fat, but he's still pretty strong. Like, he kind of has a beer gut, but his arms are huge in both length and girth. He looks like someone who used to lift weights 5 years ago, but now they don't, so they're kind of fat, but they still have that residual muscle mass. Like, have you seen those pictures of Alex Jones with his shirt off? It kind of looks like that. His legs are pretty short. Brewmaster's legs, not Alex Jones' legs, they look like they end at the knee. Well, I don't know how long Alex Jones' legs are because he's always behind a desk. I mean, Brewmaster still has knees. His legs work like normal legs. They're just a lot shorter than you would think they should be. He's not stumping around on little stumps. Brewmaster's face is very berry. He looks like a happy bear dog person. His face is wider than a normal bear's, so it's more like a dog or a red panda. So he's got a lot of red panda-ish features as well. He has the wide red panda dog nose, and he's got bear teeth. His eyes are small and blue, and his ears are long and pointy and stick up kind of unnaturally. He kind of looks like Doberman ears, but angled, lowered, and they're very pointy. He looks like elf bear ears, elf dog ears. He has the elf version ears of a dog ears. His head is light brown, except he has white fur markings like a red panda. He's a short white beard and white eyebrows that curve up off his head like an old person. And his mustache sticks out a bit and curves down on the sides. He has faded white patches around his eyes, and he has a gold ring tying his beard into a short knot under his chin. And the long ends of his ears are white as well. Brewmaster is wearing an open white knee-length robe with red lining and thin red, dragonish designs on the shoulders. It's open, exposing his large belly and man boobs, though his nipples are tastefully covered by the robe, but just barely. He couldn't close the robe if he even wanted to. I mean, he has the capability. There are red and gold toggle buttons on it, but he's so big, he probably wouldn't be able to close it. His fur is darker brown near the center of his chest and belly, turning into a thin trail of tears down to his nethers. I posit that the fur is darker there because he spills beer all over himself when drinking out of a keg, and there's no easy way to cleanly drink out of a keg. I mean, his has a faucet or tap, but he's only using one hand, and he's always slamming the keg on the ground and shit, and shaking it up and spraying people with it. So you've seen how athletes drink on the sidelines during games. They hold the bottle arm's length away and just spray shit in the general direction of their face. It's like that, but with beer. And the man is covered in fur, so he probably smells awful, like a wet bear. He wears a small backpack with a bunch of bric-a-brac sticking out everywhere, but he's so large you can't see it from the front. You can see the brown studded backpack straps keeping it in place though. His robe is a vest robe, so it doesn't cover his arms, which are huge and muscular. The fur is a bit darker than his chest and head, and he has a thin brown studded strap around his left bicep. He also has normal hands with 3 fingers, and he wears red and brown wrist support gloves, which are like fingerless gloves, but they don't cover any of the fingers, which makes no fucking sense, because you'd think fingerless gloves would... whatever. I'm done with that joke. He holds the keg barrel under his left arm. The keg is red on the sides and has bronze-studded hoops at the ends. There's a tap on the front-facing flat side, which is brown. On his right arm, he holds his staff. It's a 2-section staff, so it has a fat chain on the top with a smaller staff hangs off of and whips around, kind of like a off-kilter nunchuck or something. He uses it one-handed though, so he pretty much just bashes people with it like a bat. The staff is thick enough so he could barely fit his hand around it. We should just cut out lines like this out of context and make it a cut. The staff is made out of dark wood and it has large dark iron pieces at the ends. He has some red ribbons wrapped around it near the bottom and top, probably where he would normally grip if he wasn't holding a keg all the time. He wears puffy, loose, very dark brown, black pants, and he wears like a tied red sash belt where the ends hang almost to the ground. Off of this belt, he has a light lavender bottle with a matching small teacup / shot glass or something hanging on his right thigh. His pants are weirdly tucked into his black foot wraps for his comically tiny feet. They're really small and short and stubby, and they're dark brown fur. His foot wraps leave his heels and his toes exposed. They have straps between the big toes and second toes like flip-flops, and he has 4 toes on each foot. I have a note here that's just Jesus / Buddha. Oh, that's from lore. His father is a celestial, which I'm gonna assume is like a god or something. And then his mother was a normal bear person, so he's like Jesus, but he's like Buddha because basically all he's doing is like running around getting shit-faced and seeking enlightenment. Like they specifically use the word enlightenment in it. So that's Brewmaster. He's a drunk, smelly, wet bear seeking enlightenment. Also, I have a note here that says he's like Winnie the Pooh when he's 30 and turns to booze because he has diabetes from eating nothing but honey. Chan.
What?
This is a picture of Brewmaster.
Alright. Yeah, it's pretty similar. I actually like my guy better. I think it's because I based it a lot more off of a red panda.
Are you saying you're attracted to red pandas?
No.
Are you saying you're more attracted to red pandas than normal bears?
Yes. Yeah.
Man.